taking some Inland Empire families to Clippers games and things like that.
300.
300. She has 150 tickets, and Young Visionaries has 150 tickets to take families out there.
Boy, that's great. So this isn't just, you know, 3 people from my community and I'm helping them out here.
Oh,
So
no,
now
we do a wide range of stuff. We try to think outside of the box and stay creative as far as reaching out and doing stuff for the community.
Boy, that's great. How many people do you think you've helped since getting started?
Wow, we're in the thousands now of working with, because we work with the school districts also, Department of Children's Social Services, Probation Department. We work with a lot of different organizations to help to keep this thing going, help us having access to kids and things like that.
And it's different because, you know, if you help the oldest brother in a family, well, he's going to go back home and set a better example for his younger siblings. And it's going to put just less stress on his mother and father, who's, you know, going to go ahead and feel more comfortable interacting with the rest of the family. So if you just help one, you're really helping more than that. And, you know, with the van we recently got from the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians.
They're so generous.
Very generous, very generous. Always helping out San Bernardino.
I might go there tonight. Just to
You can make a donation back,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah,
can.
Yeah, they're always giving. Well, I think like just a couple million to Haiti I think recently, but you know, with that, Terrence has been able to go out there and even expose more kids to opportunities. So, you know, they've really helped us out a lot.
That's great. Now, and you work directly with the schools?
Yes. We have staff that are in the schools working with kids doing either violence intervention prevention or youth employment development or youth advocacy training with the young people in the schools.
That's great. Now, like most nonprofits, do you work with a lot of volunteers?
Yes, but we need more. We need more. You know, one of our projects, probably our newest, is we have it's a safe passage program.
What is that?
Roberto can talk about that.
Well, at a recent meeting we were both at, someone brought up a statistic that basically if 10% more kids graduate from high school, then crime would drop by like 40%.
Wow.
And in the Inland Empire, San Marino in particular, we have a real problem, a big challenge with high school dropouts.
Yes.
And it's not so much that kids drop out of school, it's that they slip out, you know, gradually over years, just from lack of involvement. And a lot of times it's just getting into the negative parts, you know. And a lot of these kids, they walk to and from school and they tell me they don't feel comfortable because either, you know, you have girls being sexually harassed, or you have, you know, the kids either being, you know, intimidated to get their cell phone or their iPod or their new pair of shoes, or, you know, you just have groups of kids not getting along, and it's only a small group of kids who are the negative element, but it's affecting the larger group. So what we're doing, and it's been very successful in other cities, and we're using that same model. The only difference is a lot of those other cities have had funding, and we're kind of working with volunteers. And but we're out there, and our volunteers are around the school before and after the kids are leaving, when they're walking in, and we're just being that adult presence. We're not there to be vigilantes. We're not there to, you know, make it a police state. We're just there to let those kids feel a little bit more secure walking to and from school, and a little bit more confident. So that way, they you know, if you don't feel safe going to school, you're not going to go to school.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. I was like the short fat kid with the big glasses, so I was okay getting there, but once I got there, it's like you stay near the walls, right? Because you don't want people bothering you.
Right.
I can't even imagine what it would be like if I couldn't even get there to be made miserable once I got there.
It's just like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's an essential need.
It is.
Safety is an essential need, and if you're not getting that need met, then you can't concentrate on math if you're concentrating on watching your back.
Or what's going to happen on the way home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's no good at all. So you have people that walk with them? Or
No, they're just there at certain
there?
locations, and we want to make sure our volunteers are safe.
Yes.
So they're out there in groups, and we're working with, you know, we're working with school police. We're working with the school district on this. We're working with the mayor's office on this because they want to see this be successful as well.
Right.
And so we're out there, and we have walkie-talkies to communicate with the authorities, you know, so that if something does happen, you know, we're that extra set of eyes, because they can't be everywhere at once.
Exactly.
But that way, you know, it's like, hey, we have a situation here. Can you send some people here? You know, and that way, you know, they'll get someone there when they need it instead of being there after the fact.
Right.
So all the people out there have these shirts on right here with our logo on the front and
highly
the back.
visible.
But
bright
in the back it
orange.
says staff, safe passage staff, really big in the back, so that we can be identified, you know, from a distance.
Yeah.
Also, so. we're working on it.
I'd imagine nobody really wants to mess with your staff.
Well, no, well, we're not out there, you know, we're just out there as an adult presence,
Yes.
you know, being out there, you know, so it's where some of the kids' parents, you know, and things like that are out there. So nobody's really messing with us because we're not a threat, you know, we're just there
Right.
as an extra source of, you know, someone to let them know if something's wrong going on out there and things like that.
You know,
Now,
we're not messing with the youth. I think one
Right.
thing that Young Vision has been one of the reasons why we're so successful with the youth is because we see respect as a two-way street. So we're there to respect the youth, and as a return, they show us respect. So I think that's one reason we've been very
and maybe
successful.
they learn to be more respectful. Sometimes mom and dad in certain socioeconomic situations are not equipped to be there enough for their kids because in order to keep the roof over their heads, everybody's
Gotta
working
work
all
two
the time.
jobs and
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to be there to be that stronger parent. So you guys really are providing that kind of a service. Well,
Definitely.
we have totally out of time, but I wish we had more because I'd love to keep talking to you guys. But thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, a great program. And don't forget that April is National Teen Violence Month. Don't go away. We'll be right back with one more segment.